Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. Analyst eyes Ether major push to 3,500 amid traders betting on upswing. Next, there's a big bull rush coming. Bitcoin and Ethereum on course for massive gains, according to Dan Tapiero. Also, crypto advocates file brief against SEC's investor tracking database. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Analyst eyes Ether major push to $3,500 amid traders betting on upswing. A crypto analyst says Ether could make a major push to $3,500 if it holds a $2,800 weekly close, and futures traders are betting on an upward move. Ether's price chart is signaling a potential rise to levels not seen since the launch of spot Ether exchange-traded funds in July, but analysts believe a weekly close at $2,800 is needed to confirm the move. If Ethereum can close a weekly above $2,800, I do think Ethereum is going to see a major push toward this upper $3,500, $3,600 area, which will also propel the alts, crypto analyst Matthew Hyland said in an August 24th analysis video. The Ether price is currently trading at $2,758, following a week of trading around $2,600 since August 17th, according to per CoinMarketCap. A 6% drop to $2,600 could wipe out $1.07 billion in long positions, while a comparable move upward has traders more confident with only $400 million at risk, according to CoinGlass data. Meanwhile, Real Vision's chief crypto analyst, Jamie Coots, is optimistic about Ether's price but claims that Ether's network activity needs to pick up before any significant move happens. While the conditions for a rally are forming, Ethereum will struggle to rally without a resurgence in activity. Fees are at 4-year lows, Coots wrote in an August 23rd X post. Coots highlighted that Layer 2 network adoption has been strong and global liquidity is turning higher. However, not all analysts share the same view. Kelp Financial founder and CEO Boomer Saraga recently argued that Ethereum's on-chain activity suggests the network is approaching its peak performance, with the price being the element that is lagging behind. From a fundamental standpoint, Ethereum is reaching all-time highs, and I expect the price to follow, Saraga explained. Ether's price has been in a significant downtrend despite the launch of the spot ETFs in the United States. Since July 25th, Ether is down 19.72%. Cointelegraph recently reported that veteran trader Peter Brandt said that Ether's price action presented two scenarios based on two chart patterns, a 5-month rectangle and a rising wedge. The first one involved the ETH price rising above $2,960, presenting a perfect exit position for longs. The second view involved a breakdown of the rising wedge to continue the downtrend, with Ether dropping to $1,650, the bearish target of the rectangle. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline, there's a big bull rush coming, Bitcoin and Ethereum on course for massive gains, according to Dan Tapiero. Macro investor and fund manager Dan Tapiero is expressing bullish sentiment on Bitcoin and Ethereum. In a new interview on the CoinDesk YouTube channel, Tapiero says that Bitcoin could go up by over 56% from the current level, while Ethereum could appreciate by more than 81% from the current price over the coming months. Over the next 6 months, I think we will be over $100,000 per Bitcoin and probably over around $5,000 in Ethereum as well. I think there's a big bull rush coming. At time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at $63,941, while Ethereum is changing hands at $2,756. According to the macro investor and fund manager, a Federal Reserve rate cut will impact Bitcoin positively. When liquidity is plentiful, which I think the markets are beginning to sense that it's going to become, these liquidity assets move. And I keep saying to people, look, when the interest rate was zero, Bitcoin was around $65,000, the peak in 2021. Rates went to 5%, they're still there, and Bitcoin is now at the same price. When that short rate goes from 5% to 2.5% or 3%, Bitcoin should easily double just on that. Forget about all of the myriad wonderful developments going on-chain, and in this space, and the innovation. Forget about all of that. If you just look at that one measure, I think there's cause for being super bullish right here. On the macro environment, Tapiero says, and so over the next 2, 3, 4 months, as I look out, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those to me are the core assets of the digital asset ecosystem broadly, as I'd call it. But I'll look at that broad background of the traditional macro, and I think it's very supportive for core crypto. Our next top headline, Crypto Advocates File Brief Against SEC's Investor Tracking Database. The Consolidated Audit Trail would gather a monumental amount of data, and more than it is meant to, when it exposes the identity of crypto wallet holders. The DeFi Education Fund and the Blockchain Association jointly filed an amicus brief in a case brought by 2 individuals and the New Civil Liberties Alliance, or NCLA, against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, its chairman Gary Gensler, and the Consolidated Audit Trail, or CAT. The complaint does not mention cryptocurrency or blockchain, but the organizations argued that the CAT could have a profound negative effect on crypto users. The CAT is a database that was first proposed in 2010 and became operational in April. According to its website, the CAT tracks orders throughout their lifecycle and identifies the broker-dealers handling them, thus allowing regulators to efficiently track activity in eligible securities throughout the U.S. markets. A bad rule that's worse on a blockchain. The SEC proposed the 203-page rule that created the CAT in 2010 and passed it in 2012. The database is funded by its participants, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, or FINRA, and 26 national securities exchanges. The CAT soon provoked concerns about privacy and government overreach. The NCLA said, "This class action complaint challenges SEC's shocking arrogation of power to impose dystopian surveillance, suspicious seizures, and real or potential searches on millions of American investors." The NCLA filed its suit in April. The case has attracted over 50 amicus curiae briefs. The DeFi Education Fund and the Blockchain Association said in their brief that the database exposes more information about investors using blockchains than it was designed to, due to the transparent nature of public blockchains. It explained, the CAT connects personally identifying information with wallet addresses that reveal blockchain-based user transactions. Thus, anyone with access to the CAT would be able to see not just a person's securities transactions, but all of that person's blockchain transactions in the past, present, and future. Something to displease everyone. The CAT has also been criticized as a security risk. It is a honeypot for hackers and freely accessible by thousands of SEC and member employees. However, as the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association trade group stated, the lack of public access to the database means the SEC violated the Administrative Procedure Act if it were to use the database for rulemaking, as all data used for that purpose has to be publicly accessible. The CAT is also being challenged in another court by Citadel Securities and the trade group American Securities Association. The NCLA was also instrumental in bringing the case to the Supreme Court that led to the overturning of the Chevron deference. So this concludes Crypto Top Headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.